I gotta bring it. And it's on that however you want it. Hello? Hello?
Hello? You can hear me, little bitch?
Yeah, I can hear you, son.
Alright, son, shut the fuck up.
Alright, so I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see
I'm
if I
just
can show
playing,
my
son. Don't beat me
stream.
up, son.
Show my stream. My shit up.
Trying to live stream, son?
I'm live streaming right now. I'm trying to see if it's up right now, though. Oh, that bitch not up. What the fuck going on? Oh, that bitch is up. Oh, we good. Alright. We playing duels.
Let me start my live stream, son.
Alright.
What you live streaming on?
Streamlabs. You don't got that shit.
I don't got that shit.
You don't got Streamlabs, bitch.
I'm on that bitch right now.
You don't even know what the logo, what the color logo is.
That bitch green.
That bitch not fucking green, you stupid.
That bitch is green.
What's on the logo?
Like a little square nigga with headphones and glasses.
Oh, alright.
Alright, boy, don't try and test my fucking smarts.
Bitch already got pussy ass. That man, we could play this shit every fucking day. You about playing this shit every day? You ain't about that
I'm
shit.
fucking down, bitch.
Talent.
I swear to God. It's the weed.
So I had to do some shit. I had to do some real shit today on the fucking site, son. That shit took so fucking long, son. I
She
been on
ain't
there
even
for
hit me up
hours.
today about the fucking outdoor or something.
Bitch, what the fuck can we say? I mean, what the fuck can a nigga do? If a nigga don't got
How
no
many people
service.
joined your system?
What, my live stream?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Hold on, let me look. I don't know if I be joining when I play Fortnite, but when nigga be playing 2K, everybody be joining that bitch. One time I had 50 people in that bitch.
Say something. I told you something. What happened?
With the pimp,
Yeah, son.
you told me, but you ain't tell me how I went.
Some my fucking uncle, so man, we just had a fight with that girl, her sister, and her brother. Well, we had a fight, they were arguing and shit. My uncle, that nigga, I thought the girl was lying. I'm like, my uncle got the money, son. So, you know, she coming that bitch talking about something, man. Tyrone got my money, son. So my uncle like, I don't got your fucking money, girl, and shit like that. And then she kept saying it. So my auntie was choosing her side, talking about something. Tyrone get that girl her fucking money and shit like that. So they were just going on and on. She like, if you don't get that girl her fucking money, I'm gonna call the fucking police. So then, next thing you know, shit man, that nigga had $700 from her. He took that shit. Next thing you know, she said I'm about to go and shit like that. So her sister and then pull up. So she talking about something, man, I'm not leaving till I get my money. I'm really gonna have to show you. And my uncle was like, you gonna have to show me. I'm an old nigga. And then my mom was coming from outside. Hold on, son. My mom was coming from outside, and she was like, stand up for your Uncle Tyrone. Stay with him at all costs. If he fight, you fight." I'm like, all right. So then, so then, yeah. So then, the nigga had pulled up and shit. So the girl, her sister was like, "Man, just get in the car. If you got your money, just leave it alone and shit like that." She was, and that shit. The girl, like, she knows she ain't tripping and shit. Next thing you know, remember, I ain't knowing. Yeah, I ain't know yet. They pull off. My uncle, I'm like, he was like, "What you over there? You sad over there? You gonna miss that guy?" I'm like, "No, so it's the fact that she had really thought you to her." So he was like, "Man, listen, I took her shit." That nigga, man, pulled out a whole fucking stack of money.
I'm a fucking savage.
I'd be scared like a motherfucker taking the people shit, especially in New Orleans, bitch.
Nigga come around with them choppers.
Fucking right. That's why I need to give me a blicky, son.
I'm gonna give
You
me
gonna
one.
get you a blicky?
Yeah.
And you gonna try and rob our fucking shirts. Give me the fucking shirt. I want everything. I want the hoodies.
Wish a nigga would.
You don't give me that shit. You don't give me that shit. We gonna whoop the fuck out you.
What you taking all? Do the fucking ready up. What you want?
Say, son, don't rush me, son. Oh, I should keep texting. She about to blow me. That hoe fat.
You know what I should do?
What you should do, son?
Make some Saints and Nola shirts. Be like, go Saints.
That's fire. Them boys won today.
Yeah,
Open the fuck out Tom Brady ass. That's fucked up.
I think I'm about to make some. So.
What you said?
I said, I'm gonna make some Saints out of Nola shirts.
Nigga said Alakandi. Yeah, what the fuck y'all trying to make some leg bones? You seen that video, son?
No, I didn't see that shit.
That nigga about to get a pedicure.
Who?
I'm about to send that bitch to you. That shit's so fucking funny. I was crying for like a good hour or something.
Should I put my webcam on or something? No, I ain't gonna put that.
Nah, you fucking ugly.
Oh, this shit lagging? This shit lagging. What's going on?
Say some look on Instagram, son. Look on Instagram, son.
That shit lagging. Service one.
I didn't want to say Caliente, them niggas Asian.
I'm about to change my settings.
What's going on, son?
Somewhere on my frames.
What you mean?
Like, my graphics choppy. Say, son, last time I was playing Fortnite, son, I fucked over. Son, I really fucked over niggas. You're right, you're
Oh,
right.
bitch, I'm lagging. What's going on?
What the fuck going on? What does real niggas tell? Ain't no bots.
I already know. That nigga was editing for me to kill that nigga. What's up? How y'all doing? Thank you for joining the live. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said your ugly ass say something, son.
I want a purple pump, son. Oh, I got a purple star just now. Say, so
I got a blue pump.
I'm about to die.
Why, son?
Two niggas on me.
Why? I'm about to come, son. Oh, I'm lagging, bitch.
Hold on, I'm about to get the fuck out of here.
Say, son, you sure you don't want to fight them niggas? I'm right chest.
Bitch, I don't got no shotgun. I'm gone, so I ran. Yeah, I forgot chests don't spawn in the same spot all the time. Nah, them bitches on me.
Not too. I got people on me. I think I got people on me.
Nah, son, they on me.
Yeah, they first.
Or they fighting each other.
Yeah, they got a nigga on. They got a nigga on me, son. They got a shotgun right there. Say, son, I'm about to die, son. Yes, I am, son.
No, you not, son.
I ain't got 10. I ain't got 10 what the fuck I'm about to do.
Cause you at full fucking
Fuck
HP.
that man. One shot him. Bitch, bitch,
Okay.
bitch, bitch.
A fucking purple pump.
Get down. Oh, get off me. Ah. I just edited the fuck out that boy.
Yo, a real player? Oh, bye.
Fucking right, that nigga was a real player. Both of them niggas was a real player. I just caught that nigga with a one tap or one pop.
Where that shot in that?
Right chest, son. I hate them fucking charge shotgun.
Man. I need some fucking
That shit
ammo.
fucking bad.
Might as well tank this
Who got ammo, son?
I got ammo
Got
now.
that fool, son. Surround drakes. Ah, somebody else here, son.
Yeah, that's some niggas
One
over
nigga.
on me. Oh, some niggas terrorists.
What, you scared, son?
Fucking right, I got a fucking charge. Crash that shit.
Okay, never mind. You right.
Wait, where they
They
at?
help me,
They
son.
on you?
Help me, son.
They on you?
Down there. They ain't see me disappear, so I'm about to go hide.
Where they at? You got a ball gun.
Oh, I forgot, son. I can't be looking newbie on the streams.
I got one. Got him for 35.
I'm about to come, son. I'm pulling up that drink.
Come on,
You
man.
good?
Shoot at him.
I'm good. I'm coming.
Shoot at him, son.
Alright, son.
Just spray at him so I can spray. So we can be spraying from 2 different angles. And 35.
I'm about to push him. Never mind.
Keep on distracting him, son.
That
Oh,
nigga sick.
I banned
Keep
him, I
on.
banned him, I banned him. Oh, I got no fucking ammo. Hold on, I'm about to throw grenades.
Oh, they got 2 niggas. I ain't even know, bro.
Bitch, I told you it was 2 niggas. Hit one for 21. Man, man, look at all that fall damage I just took. Yeah, bitch, I'm lagging.
You just
like
fell,
a
bitch?
motherfucker. Yeah, nigga lag.
Oh, he a bitch won't run. Got one. Fuck, son. He right
You knock
here.
one? You knock one?
Yes, son. Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Fuck, son.
Bitch, you fucking good.
No, son, could that my blue pump, son?
I'm gonna pick that bitch up for you.
And that mine too, son.
What?
That purple, tactical.
Fuck, come back and get that bitch.
I'm really elite with this shit, son. I shouldn't have died to that nigga. Nigga, you won't have fun and shit.
Oh, that's my bad.
And give me some minis, son.
Shit.
Say what you doing, son. Get my shotgun.
Boy, this shit mine. So I'm playing. Son.
But better give me that shit.
I don't got that.
Go ahead, son.
Oh,
You got full, bitch.
yeah, I got 4. That ain't many, bitch.
Oh shit.
This bitch ready to fucking either fucking edit on the dude.
Say something.
Fucking storm.
You found that bitch?
Found what?
The fuck's that I give? Trash ass bitch.
Wait, huh?
Nothing, son. What the minis at, son? You ain't drop nothing from me?
Get the fucking slurp thing, bitch.
Bitch, you see the fucking stone right there? Nah, I gotta get in this. Nah, I gotta get in this old ass Uncle Ruckus ass truck.
I got a big fire for you, son. This shit for me, fuck that.
Oh, yo.
Oh, so I forgot to fucking change my shit to a pump. Oh, so
And I could come get your bitch ass, but I ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna get the little slurp thing.
Want me to come get you some? I come get you some.
Bruh, my help. You should have came in and got some fucking help.
Fuck you.
Oh, that you ain't gonna have no fucking help, man. I got a fucking pump.
So yeah, you just told me you're gonna get. I got help, bitch. Just told me you're gonna give me a big pot, son.
That shit mine, boy.
Alright, son.
Wait, this bitch is full on gas?
How bad is that? Man, son, how long got no gas, huh?
Fire this bitch up, fire this bitch can go. Wait, hold on, stop here, stop here, stop here. They got a whole lot of material in this bitch. Oh, look, big car right there. Matter of fact, I'm about to take that shit from the side.
Go ahead, son.
All these materials, man, you crying over this shit.
Taking my shit, bitch.
$5 material, I'm crying over this shit. Alright, son, come on.
Nah, some fucking storm coming.
Come on, car right here.
I don't got nothing. Oh, they playing that Juice WRLD, bitch. Oh shit, copyright. My new evil girls had the prettiest face. Let me take this shit out, son. Oh my god, they got the weekend on this bitch too. Oh, they lit, huh? Alright, come on, so I gotta get out the fucking car. They gonna make a nigga sue me.
So nigga ain't gonna sue you, you ain't gonna get no striking, man. You just ain't gonna be able to fucking get paid. That's all it is. And bitch, you not monetized yet, so you good.
You not monetized either, bitch.
No, I'm not.
Alright, son, so don't make me feel like a bitch.
Oh look, they got rough right here. Wait, I don't even know what's by my marker is. That's that one. Alright, so niggas we see, I'm fucking old. Come on now, just scope everything else. Damn, I don't see nobody.
I wanted to last, you were made out of plastic, fake. I would get you up in your drastic way. Who do evil girl had the prettiest face? You gave me your heart, it was full of mistakes.
I land on that drop.
I'm on whatever you want, baby girl.
Well, I heard a shotgun shot. Hold on.
You do that for nothing, bro.
Huh?
You do it for nothing.
Good warm up, son.
They don't want that shit anyway.
Nigga, know you all. Oh, la. Hold on. Let me get the right angle on this pussy. Oh, he reboot. Oh, no, he not.
Not for 30.
Hold on, son. I'm about to go on.
Oh, that nigga. Oh, he got the method. Trash, gotta get the fucking method. Oh, that nigga broke me down. They got hoe. Oh, it's both of these niggas, bro.
Wow, some of these niggas some bitches. Chill. Might try and get big class.
I got a nigga on me right here, son. I need help, I'm about to die. I'm coming, son.
I think that's good.
Nah, that fucking mythic made me go all the way up in the air, son. That's what happened. I'm good.
Oh shit, I'm fucking dead. You got more than one team in this bitch, son?
Fucking fire, son. Fucking fire. Burning my dick up. I can't even fucking move, son.
Oh, son, man, you take superpowers off the game.
Check him out. Check him out, son.
They got another team in this.
Oh my fucking god, bro. This shit piss me off every time, son.
The only reason why
That nigga-
they got caught up in that fucking shit.
I only got smoke, son, because of that, son. What he got right now, that fucking Dr. Doom shit, that's what happened, son. Trash ass nigga, man. We're going to Lazy Lake.
Lazy Lake? What the fuck is that?
Lazy Lake, bitch. Yeah. Unless you wanna go to the fucking industrial and fight Iron Man and shit. That nigga fucking hard. That nigga whoop my ass. Heard me, son?
Huh?
Nigga said unless you wanna go to the Iron Man shit, that nigga whoop your ass. That nigga be whooping the fuck on my ass.
What kind of powers you get?
His powers, nigga.
Oh, I don't know what powers it is on this game.
Man, like they got fucking bitch. You can fly on that bitch and his fucking thing got aimbot and shit.
What is
That
that?
bit cold. It's at the Stark Industries, yeah.
We ain't gonna go down this game. What we gonna go to again? I like going through the swamp.
I got Lazy Lake, son. Yeah, that bitch hard. Oh, I feel like my uncle gonna get us smoke, son.
You make my heart break. Breaking sound like a bomb. What house you landing at?
No, I don't care, son. I'm gonna land by you, son.
It's a whole hot drop. Oh, I'm gonna land right here. Hold on.
I'm land right here, son. I'm land right here. By me.
Bitch. I'm about to die. Help me, help me, help me.
I know your pussy ass ain't getting.
There's two of them. One right here.
I know his bitch ass ran. Fuck that boy. Fuck your homie, you dead. Fuck your homie, you dead. Fuck your homie.
You about to come back out, you about to come
Fuck
back
up. Alright, look you right there.
Bitch.
Oh, that boy got top.
All I got is a fucking pistol.
Why you texting that fat bitch? Yeah, what's her name? Daisy?
Daisy. Casey. I ain't even know the girl name the whole time.
Man, nigga had some good ass gumbo today, son. Shit was good as hell. Fucking right.
Somebody dies.
Shit, son. I think I got in trouble, son.
Say, son. Help me, help me, help me, help me. Home. We in the other house.
Scary ass nigga talk about some help me. Come on.
Because I was using the med kit. Oh, look. On me. Fuck. Help me.
Oh shit.
Go on the steps, son. Go on the steps. Fuck. Wow, I hate landing high drops. They don't have no shell, no nothing.
Nigga, did he bop on us, son?
Should make shit way easy. That boy at 4 minutes. Bring it anytime and however you want.
Fuck, son, this girl won't get single when I get a fucking girlfriend, bro. This shit toxic. Say, son, they know what the fuck they be doing, son.
Sold the sheep. Slurp that ass.
Oh my god. Damn, pick it up again, so you gotta blow the fuck on. See, son, they still got this one support in it, bitch, bro. Thank you, son. Like, thank you for staying in it, bitch.
You about to get that nigga trash that fucking shrimp. No,
how many you got in your shit, bitch? You could, how many you got in your shit? Your shit.
Surprised nigga been watching this episode fucking nigga lost twice. Or somebody stalking.
Say something, what about that girl? The one that was talking to my uncle, son. Yeah, I wanna say pimped or something. What about she in my fucking line, son?
Somebody left, son. That must have been somebody real assaulting me, son.
Say, son, I'm scared, son. I'm scared now, son. They gon' fucking in your ass. That nigga that was talking.
I think I know who it was. As soon as I said that, nigga left that bitch. I already knew who it was. Some men say use drugs, class.
I didn't nigga a hoe on you fucking chest fat when I'm not around, bitch ass nigga.
Bitch, I had 4 help. Because the men say
fuck you.
What's that?
Wow, Sunday got school in the morning. I don't gotta go to sleep, but I go to sleep by myself. What's that on?
Let me know. Tell me she can take on let me know.
Damn, son, I'm trash.
I will.
I'm trash right now on Fortnite. I'm rusty.
Wait, they got people on me.
Go kill them, bitch.
So you need some minutes?
No. Nigga, whooping the fuck out that car.
So Fortnite pickaxe is real, so you feel really powerful in real life.
Put some sugar in it. Put some sugar in that nigga tank.
You feel really powerful in real life.
Need a big pasta. Oh, what that is, boy?
I heard something.
It's, yeah, I heard it. It's over here. Oh shit. Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Boy, that bitch don't take no damage. Oh boy, that bitch drops some hot shit. Oh, like that.
Chill.
Huh?
What the fuck is this?
Nah.
Say something. That bitch don't take no damage, son. That bitch will fucking die. That bitch will fucking die.
Hold on, Dad, I'm doing something. See, fighting that bitch?
Oh, that bitch don't take no damage.
Why they been making noise about me? What is that, son? What's going on? It's another one?
Son, that bitch is dancing it.
Oh, that's this right here.
Tell that bitch don't take no
Oh, shoot. Sit down, we gotta get out of here.
damage.
Don't let that big bitch blast you.
So world that shit just beat her at the end of the game. That bitch just follow us at the end of the fucking game. I gotta get that big pot.
You say you love me, I say you crazy.
It's the hot shit.
Nothing more than
start talking about the thing.
Nice.
You say you love me, that made me crazy. Here we go again. Don't go.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Them bitches beaming at me. They looking at me, son.
Kill that bitch.
I'm scared to get the fuck out of the car, man. How the fuck I'm supposed to do, son? Huh? I wanna see if I can shoot. I better not take a damage, son. Damn, son, I see something eating your ass over there. I got this, son. Come on. Come on.
Why don't they just shoot at me?
Come on, son. So I get us some gas, son. Come on.
So if I go to no big tank.
What?
Spell friends, Friends.
This fucking song bring back one I used to fucking play. Movie Stop Planet.
We got somebody over there. Son of a bitch, that bitch following me all the way? Oh no.
Yes. Should've. Fuck. Who driving, son? Bitch ain't feel like. Say, son, that's that hot shit. I put you on, son. See if I can make it to the gas station, son. I got that hot bitch, son. Cheers, man. Let me see how to drive this bitch.
Just let your foot down. Fighting right there. Little nigga right there. They got Charles flag right there. Break that shit down right. Look right here. See, come on, fucking one right here.
Alright.
Wait, niggas on top.
I got one.
That little bitch cold, son. Cold.
Finish your teammate here, right, Chester?
Hold your walls. I'm healing.
Bitch, I'm here. Oh shit!
Ah, bitch! Sitting on, bitch! That little bitch cold, so I ain't gonna need a cap. That little bitch cold.
That's the thing, son. That's the thing.
What?
That's the mythic stone. No, the mythic stone. That's the mythic stone.
I'm about to fucking hell. I hope he don't find me. Be hear me. Fuck. Now I should pick that bitch up. Well, which one better? This one? The Iron Man?
No, the Iron Man. The Iron Man one got aimbot. So like, once you shoot, that bitch gonna hit him directly. Go get me those, son. Go get me, son. You got 10 seconds? I'm done first, son. I'm done first, son. Ain't no getting me, son.
Bitch, nigga hiding right here, son. I'm about to get your pussy. Fuck, I can get you. God damn, son. Guys, we clutching this.
Fucking right. You just gotta play smart.
Bitch, I don't got no fucking help.
Bounce, bitch. Throw the grenade, bitch. Throw the grenade, bitch. Get the fuck out of there.
That's
Hey. Hey.
Hey,
So like, are you okay? Are you sure? Sound like you were crying.
I wasn't.
Oh, so you just don't give a fuck.
This happened last night, so I mean, I can't do nothing about it, so
He cheated.
probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Say that, man. Probably. You don't even know for sure.
I say yeah.
What he did? Run it down.
So he gonna come texting me. Let me listen. He gonna say something. He not still in a relationship no more, and he won't break up. And it's not me, it's him. What?
You think that nigga cheating?
Huh?
So you thought he was cheating?
And then That later on that night, he was on Snapchat with another girl. And you have to been talking to that girl, so. People just lying.
Yeah. You might as well just leave niggas alone, son. Might as well mess with a girl because I mess with a boy.
Fucking gay, boy. What was we landing? What slur this?
They don't get that serious now. I'm telling you.
I'm about to get me a tattoo.
What is it gonna be?
It's gonna say Michaela.
Where the fuck you going?
Okay, have fun.
Huh?
Have fun. Ain't my name.
Look at this bot ass nigga. Yeah, like he running away from me, scared. He don't even know what he doing.
You play.
Take him down.
Fortnite. You got school tomorrow?
Today?
Yeah. Oh shit, what's up? Goddamn.
Yeah, I got school.
You still go to my man? So my mama told me I can't get a tattoo till Christmas, but tomorrow I'm gonna get that bitch. That man said he'll give me a tattoo for free. Tripping. I ain't about to pay for no Christmas movie.
Why Christmas?
I don't know. Cause I want a tattoo. No, I won't want some.
What is going to be, bro?
I don't know, they're probably gonna say my name or my dad's name, but man, how you gonna tell me I want a fucking tattoo? I want a tattoo, son. Just imagine, son. Imagine I play football too, son. I think I look cold. But I ain't gonna get no shit on my face, dude, cause I'm gonna get a job, bitch.
I'm gonna get a tattoo on my.
What you say, Markel?
I'm gonna get a tattoo on my face.
Yeah, you tripping. Yeah. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my lips, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like in the inside of my lip.
I'm not getting one in my eyes.
I'll probably get one on my ass too, I don't know. I feel like that's the best one to get.
What is it gonna say?
Slut. Yeah, I'm good, son. You not looking out for a nigga, bitch. Say, son, this man been in my life for the longest, bro. He must. I'm scared.
Scared because a nigga been in your life.
Yeah, son, cause he ain't talking. Usually a nigga would be like, "What's up?" If you real, can you? What's your name? Like, scared. So like, speak to me.
Probably dosing. Probably watching for the entertainment.
Now you heard Mulatto freestyle?
No.
Man, that shit fucking hard. I ain't never hear no.
Name of it.
No, you gotta hear that the cipher. It was the cipher with all them. Mulatto had the best one out of it. Was Mulatto first, then they had Fabio. That nigga cool. Here when I be like, Big Drip, I fell in love with a little bit. That shit poodle. A little bit. Which? Mine's right here. Yours is in T bedroom. Yeah. Nigga be trying to take my fucking brush. I mean, fucked up. Ain't no brush taking.
Say son, you come side read this shit for me.
I'm coming, son.
Get some bait. I can't even side read my fucking guns. I got two little buttons that jump on the same.
I forgot I was in the game, so. What you say? Oh, I forgot. Oh shit, they got Drake on this bitch. Yeah, some man, honey, my child is amazing. It is what it should be. They have a 10, but I feel like a rookie. Snoring and tussing. Baby, this shit going crazy. We had married, man. Say, young woman was the only big they sweet it in jail. Now I started rapping. I just took what they gave me. They were telling us, pay me. What time I that new whoop got no key. Then I started no fast cruise. So wow, you a bitch. You know that bitch gonna stop playing. Trying to find one new pair of tennis shoes. That's my little baby started, yeah. Get in the car, son, you gotta hear it, son. Sitting on a drum, man, this shit gonna go crazy, and no, I'm the truth. Wait. It's on the baby. Man, you got no start, please. As soon as you got M's in the bank, yeah, yes, indeed. Like, oh, no, wait, when you're living like that, they're supposed to hate. As soon as you got M's in the bank, like, yes, indeed. I go out the way, when you live like that, they're supposed to hate. Yeah, give me, yeah, son. What the fuck you just said there?
When I get one, I'm gonna get that.
There, get the fuck, son. They gonna ask me, do I want a fucking purple pump? They gonna ask me, do I want a fucking purple pump? They gonna tell me, alright, when I get one, I'm gonna get this one to you. What the fuck?
That's a fire trap. You ready to go?
No, fuck you. I shouldn't have to buy the PS5 by myself.
Right. Gotta buy that bitch like
I know Mark Kelly. I know Mark Kelly. You gonna buy me the PS5? Over here, over here, over here.
I ain't nowhere near you. Don't die.
Is that even real niggas, bitch? Oh shit, that is real niggas, okay. Telling me this nigga hit me with a pump, son?
They own you, where they at?
Fucking right. It's bots and a real nigga.
Hold on.
Shooting at me, he gon' I'm about to. The fuck? What the fuck you at? He nice. And they got the whole SWAT team on. What the fuck? He over here, son. He over here, son. Please, please.
Where you at?
He right here, son. Give me.
You gonna die.
No, we not, bitch. I got a med kit. You got a med. You need a med kit? Alright, I got you, son. Come on.
You got a shield? You got shield?
Fuck no. Fuck shit gonna do, bitch. Can't help in the fuck.
Oh, you got floppers. You got floppers. I'ma hold them.
Nigga said I'ma hold the fucking flowers. That's the bitchest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, I just remember what you said.
What I said?
Not true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck is this fish? Help me, son. Help me, son.
Help you with what?
I'ma die, son.
I'm gonna fucking die too.
No, you're not, bitch.
Fire right here.
Fuck that campfire.
Oh, you ain't trying to say that.
What I say?
Talking to my sister, what they had said. That's still happening.
I still don't know just how. Oh, I forgot to not tell me.
I am talking to you now.
Oh, what you said?
You asked me what I'm talking about. I say I'm talking to my sister about what they said. That happened.
What happened?
Oh, they got eggs.
I'm lost.
Yeah, they got it. Oh, come by me. Come by me.
Yes, I think it was.
Where you at, bitch?
This morning. This girl said
Far, far away,
I
bitch.
should stay talking to you.
Who the fuck said that?
My sister.
Say, come pick this thing up.
What the fuck is this?
That's a
I'm
fucking,
dead, son.
That's a fucking son. Shoot it.
I'm not talking about that, bitch. I'm talking about the thermal fish that I just fucking ate. I'm saying everything white.
Oh yeah, you get to see people through walls and shit.
I think that bitch for your help. Say son, we make it out of this bitch, we fucking clutch. Fuck that water, son.
Take a big fucking gun. If you die, I got you.
I'm good, son. Say son, come on, make the shit go away. Say it ain't go away yet, son.
It ain't gonna go away until a while.
It didn't wear off yet, son. I had it be about like 5 minutes now.
You gonna be good. Man, like you gonna die. Son, I don't got no hells, no one.
I don't got no. Oh god. I don't got no. I got a blue pump. I got no minis.
I got many.
You trying to shit?
Oh, I see. Hi, bitch.
Nah, for what? You gonna shoot at him? Come on. I'm telling you, they be the niggas with the big ass noses.
Oh, I hit him.
I don't care if you hit him, son. You see? Alright, son. So son, we died, bitch. That's on you.
Man, boy, we fucking good.
I got 4 fucking kills.
I want you to peek your fucking head.
They're trying to snipe my ass, boy. What I be doing to niggas? They be trying to kill me for real.
Say something.
Man,
Go to
fuck that shit.
Go to that fucking tag.
I can't, nigga. Look at these niggas. They got niggas fighting. Oh, niggas sniping at me, bro. I'm hell me, son.
Good.
Niggas don't fuck. Oh my god, I just jumped over that one, bro. Niggas don't fuck with me for real, son. I'm gone, son.
Good.
They got niggas sliding off the mountains and shit.
Oh, that bitch hit me.
Say, you can have that supply. I'm gonna go get this one. Just around the river.
This so far I dropped like that shit.
My shit had nothing but a fucking burst.
I need a fucking med kit. Oh, no.
I got a med kit.
Alright, come on, get that bitch.
You go to school today?
Yeah. I don't even got my fucking laptop plugged up.
What time you gotta go to your school?
I gotta wake up at 8. It started at 8:30, 9 o'clock. I can sleep till like 8:45. Damn, son, we don't even have practice tomorrow, son. Coach talking about something we might not have a season. That's fucked up for real. Cause I really do this shit. No, it's not that, bro. All the seniors leaving, bro. They talking about some now won't play. Everybody gonna call. That's why I was like, I might just go to fucking Carver or Kennedy, son. Cause that bitch over there having fun.
Oh, I fucked up. Oh, you one shot, you one shot, you one shot. Get him 13.
See, son, that's why I should've.
Good.
That's why I should've stick.
You got
No,
minutes? You
bitch.
got minutes?
No, bitch.
Where you at? Come in, come in.
Bitch, I'm about to leave. I don't got. I said I would pick the charger, bro. I picked the wrong fucking shotgun up. I can't use that bitch. I'm a dot. Oh, that nigga a bitch, bro. I swear on everything. I'll stop the fuck out him in real life. He a bitch, bro. Nigga named fucking Blake. I'll punch his head off.
Oh, fuck, son.
Man, that nigga about the fuck out you, son. I'm telling you, son, if I had a pump, son, I would've killed that nigga, bro. I can't use no charge. That shit trash. Caliente.
What?
Caliente.
What that mean?
I don't know.
Where we going?
So next, I'm trying to go to the Iron Man and the Stark Industries.
Stock industry. I'm gonna buy that car.
Fuck that bitch ass nigga. That nigga pretty for nothing. Shit saying you go in that fucking you go in that fucking building and they gonna blast the fuck out you. Skill.
That's a good pump right there. Damn, what's up with all these niggas?
They be trying to fucking kill that nigga. You did that shit on purpose.
Oh, I did.
Hey, come out. I got a whole purple pump.
Chase, I'm about to go back. About to go back. Iron Man, fuck all that.
Say, you want a purple charge?
Oh, that boy right there. Oh, that boy right there. I killed that nigga. That nigga right there, bro. Bro. Oh my god. I just died to a fucking dot.
Well, yeah.
Fucking die. You ever been a fucking bitch? You can go out there and fight. But that's the same nigga that killed me, son. Jesus. Jesus. Just calm down, my killer.
Who's fucking?
My best friend was a punching bag.
I'm about to break his phone.
Wow.
Good.
What's up, Lynn? I hit it raw, she see me in public like, what's up, friend? She talk too much, but I'm still hit, cause she a fool.
I did not know I was about to see that. I did not know I was about to see that.
See what?
Your eyes all in the camera.
You can see my eyes? I don't know that. I forgot I got that fucking stupid ass update. You see me when I go on Paul AD. You see me? Bless you. Oh, what the fuck was that?
Where we going? Huh?
Motherfuckers. I'm going to fucking Stark Industries.
Just call a laugh.
Fucking industry. This industry.
My bad, son. I watched too much porn, huh?
Check who like your video.
Oh, what? I don't. No. Say so. I'm going to the mall. We gotta go to the mall next weekend. We gotta ask the people. We gotta be like, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And they be like fucking 10 and shit. We gotta be like, hey, you for real? Like, you gotta be serious. Then you gotta ask them again. Next time we go to the mall, we gotta do the next interview. And we're gonna be like, would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And they gonna be like, they gonna get themselves a fucking high number because they gonna take their high shit. And we gotta be like, nah, like, be realistic. Make them niggas think they fucking ugly.
So I got a gold, I got a gold fucking thing, gold verse.
Oh, that boy Iron Man up? No, man. Somebody clapping the fuck up.
On me. Right, that's bitch.
Who? About to say, boy, you better.
Yeah. I don't got no mask on. Oh, I'm about to die. Just look at my health.
Oh my god, check these trash ass niggas out, man. Fuck, son. I'm done with this fucking game. Shit's trash, man.
Ain't no telling who the fucking real nigga is.
I'll be about to send this fucking controller. Some niggas really make me sick. Say Darren. Look what I sent you on Instagram.
Pressure by the Bears, and the open man is Marvin Jones. And Jones still on his
That they gotta feel embarrassed. But I'll take off my helmet and go home. Fine. Nigga ain't gonna hit me like that, then they gonna get away with it. Either you gonna fucking die. Or kill a grape seed hitter. Just playing my kill, I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. My hand swiped to like hit the thing. For real. You know, lazy dicks. Ah. I heard down the bitch.
I'm landing right here. No matter of fact, I'm landing that last building we landing in. Matter of fact, I ain't even landing over there.
Niggas shooting at me already, bro. At least let me get a fucking gun so I can fight back.
Fuck. Yo.
Fucking right.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to save nobody.
No justice, no peace.
No pussy, no dick.
Why, Darren? Why?
You talking about?
Why? Yeah, I'm about to go stump the yard in this bitch.
Say something. Nigga right behind you.
Niggas, bro.
They ain't that much.
Yeah, I'm fucking done. I'ma fuck with you, son. I'm about to get
some research, find some good Facebook groups. I am part of some Facebook groups that are all Australian girls, which is like perfect. Like
theater, theater, theater.
Subscribe to our channel or visit us at pronunciationhub.com.
Theatre. This is Audible.
Harper Audio presents Unfuck Yourself. Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life by Gary John Bishop. This book is dedicated to my three sisters, Paula, Elizabeth, and Sandra, my mother Agnes, and my father Patrick. We grew together, we cried together, we stood together, and we fought together. I am who I am because of you. I acknowledge the downbeat and downtrodden, the single mothers and unemployed fathers, the dreamers and wannabes. I am you, and you can do it. Chapter 1. In the Beginning. Have you ever felt like a hamster on a wheel, furiously churning your way through life but somehow going nowhere? All the while you're caught in a loop of constant internal chatter and judgment that never stops. A little voice telling you that you're lazy or stupid or not good enough. You won't even notice the degree to which you believe it or are drained by it. You'll just be spending your day working to overcome the stresses and strains, trying to live your life, and at various points facing the resignation that if you can't get your ass off this damned wheel, maybe you're never going to get to where you want in life. Maybe that happiness you're after, or that weight you want to lose, or that career or relationship you crave will remain just out of reach. These pages are dedicated to those who experience that self-defeating monologue, the endless stream of doubt and subterfuge that limits and taints everyday life. This is a conversational slap from the universe to wake you up to your true potential, to unfuck yourself and get spectacularly into your life. Let's get this thing started in the right place. There are two kinds of talk you engage in every day: talking to others and talking to yourself. You might be one of those who insist, I don't talk to myself. But in fact, most of the conversations you have on any given day are with yourself, all enjoyed in the solitude and privacy of your own head. Whether you're introverted or extroverted, creative or practical, you spend huge swathes of your time talking to you. You do it while exercising, working, eating, reading, writing, walking, texting, crying, arguing, negotiating, planning, praying, meditating, having sex on your own and with others. You name it. And yes, you even do it in your sleep. You're actually doing it right now. Don't worry. Doesn't mean you're crazy. Or perhaps it means we're all a little crazy. Either way, we all do it. So settle in and welcome to the freak show. Studies show that we have over 50,000 thoughts per day. Think of all the things you say to yourself that you'd rather not, or that you try to overcome or defeat. While we have little or no say in those automatic and reactionary thoughts, we have a massive say in which of those thoughts we attach significance to. They don't come preloaded. The latest in neuroscience and psychology adds weight to the idea that the kind of talk you engage in has a profound impact on the quality of your life. Professor Will Hart of the University of Alabama conducted 4 experiments in which participants either recalled or experienced a positive, negative, or neutral event. They found that people who described the neutral event in ways that suggested it was ongoing actually felt more positive, and when they described a negative event in the same way, they experienced more negativity. In simple terms, the language you use to describe your circumstances determines how you see, experience, and participate in them, and dramatically affects how you deal with your life and confront problems, both big and small. The connection between what we say and how we feel has been known for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Philosophers like Wittgenstein, Heidegger, and Gadamer all knew of the importance and significance of language in our lives. Wittgenstein said, "The harmony between thought and reality can be found in the grammar of the language." The good news is, studies have continually found that positive self-talk can dramatically improve mood, boost confidence, increase productivity, and more, much more. In fact, as evidenced by Professor Hart and his studies, it can be one of the key components to a happy, successful life. The bad news is, the reverse is also true. Negative self-talk can not only put us in a bad mood, it can leave us feeling helpless. It can make small problems seem bigger, and even create problems where none existed before. Here's the breaking news. Your self-talk is fucking you over, and in ways you can't even begin to imagine. With all of this in mind, let's get one thing clear. Even though this book is about using the right language to improve your life, I'm not suggesting you suddenly take on positive thinking or personal affirmations. These subjects have been done to death with varying degrees of success and are certainly not what we'll be doing here. I won't ask you to tell yourself you're a tiger as a way to unleash your inner animal. Firstly, you're not a tiger. And secondly, well, you're not a tiger. This all may work for some people, but I'm much too Scottish for that. To me, being told to do these sort of things feels like being force-fed a bucket of maple syrup liberally sprinkled with bits of last year's candy canes. Thanks, but no thanks. For all my positives out there, sorry, but we're taking this baby in another direction. This book is designed to give you an authentic leg up, one that feels genuine and right for you, and can propel you into greater levels of your true potential. The difference between success and failure. If human emotions largely result from thinking, then one may appreciably control one's feelings by controlling one's thoughts, or by changing the internalized sentences or self-talk with which one largely created the feeling in the first place. That quote comes from Albert Ellis, one of the forefathers of modern psychology. Ellis found that how we think and talk about our experiences shifts the way we feel about them. In short, our thoughts are bedfellows with our emotions. Ellis also found that the way we think can often be completely irrational. Consider how many times you've told yourself something like, "I'm so stupid. I always mess things up. My life is over." Or some negative description of an event like, "This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me." Raise your hand if you've ever completely overreacted to something that in hindsight barely registered on the important-o-meter. Okay, put your hand down. People are watching. You're starting to look a bit silly. If you look back, you'll see that in the instant before that seemingly random overreaction, you had a flash of outrageous self-talk. Bang! And off you go with your good self. Some of the things we say and do aren't always particularly rational, but we seem to say and do them anyway. In addition, we never really see what we're leaving ourselves with, or the emotional residue of engaging in even the mildest of negative self-talk. You see, it's not always dramatic self-talk. Sometimes it's subtle, but equally disempowering. If you're working on something, you might think, this is so hard. What if I don't finish in time? Or worry about all the different ways you can mess up, which leaves you in an anxious or worried state. Sometimes negative self-talk leads to anger, sadness, or frustration that manifests in different or seemingly unrelated situations. This kind of self-talk doesn't make your life any easier. The more you tell yourself how hard something is, the harder it will actually seem. Unfortunately, since we are constantly listening to a steady stream of our automatic inner thoughts, and have become so accustomed to the critical voice in our heads, we often don't realize how negative thoughts impact our mood and behavior in any given moment. And, as a result, we end up doing or not doing things our rational minds wants us to. For a simple example, take a moment to think about the daily chores you dread the most, all because you've built them up in your mind to be something worse than they really are. We sometimes avoid simple things like folding laundry and unloading the dishwasher when they actually take little time and effort. With enough of these little persistent items hanging around, it's easy to collapse them in with the bigger, more important things until we find ourselves overwhelmed or exhausted by life. Why do we resist certain things in our lives? We have a personal conversation about those kinds of tasks that is firmly rooted in some negative opinion. Look in your own life for your stuckness, and you'll see what I mean. You have a pretty serious self-talk blockage. How language changes our lives. The way we talk doesn't only affect us in the moment. It can seep into our subconscious and become internalized, changing our thoughts and behavior in the long term. In real, everyday terms, the way we talk to ourselves and others instantly shapes how we perceive life, and that same perception directly impacts our behavior right there in the moment. Ignore your perceptions at your peril. Even worse, live with the illusion that you don't have perceptions. If you're sometimes talking about how unfair life is, you'll start to act according to that view, perceiving slights where none exist, or, as studies have shown, putting less effort into your work because you've already determined it won't accomplish anything. The unfair view will quickly become your reality. On the other hand, the person who views success as if it were just around the corner will not only work his butt off to achieve it, but be energized and alive to it, and all the while acting on that fundamental view of success. To be clear, believing you will be successful is only one, albeit important, part of success. By the same token, there is a way to accomplish great things without that belief, although the ride will be a bit rougher. If you're worried that you don't have that kind of personal belief, read on. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher turned Roman emperor, said, "Here is a rule to remember in the future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not 'this is misfortune,' but 'to bear this worthily is good fortune.' It's entirely within our power to determine how we think about and talk about our problems. They can be a nuisance or a stepping stone. They can hold us down or lift us up. In fact, Stoic philosophers, like Aurelius, believe that outside events hold no power over us at all. We create our own reality with our minds. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." That's another quote by Marcus Aurelius. Take some time here to ponder that statement How willing are you to consider that your life is the way it is, not because of the weight of your circumstances or situation, but rather the weight of self-talk that pulls you down? That what you think you can and cannot do is influenced much more directly by some subconscious response than by the reality of life itself. If you keep looking out there, outside of yourself, to your circumstances, and feverishly working to get out of them, you'll keep getting the same response. No power, no joy, no vitality. At best, it's a seesaw of success, disappointment, happiness, and despair. Sometimes your circumstances just don't change. Sometimes they stagnate and crystallize. What if that thing you're working toward, that thing you're sure will make you happier, better, or more confident, doesn't happen? What then? Even if it does arrive someday, what happens to your life between now and that day? This book will require you to seek the answer, not out there, but inside of yourself. It's not that you have to find the answer. You are the answer. As I've said to my clients many, many times, people spend their lives waiting for the cavalry, all the while never realizing they are the cavalry. Your life is waiting on you to finally show up. Retrain your brain, one word at a time. All this talk about our subconscious isn't just a bunch of psychobabble. Scientists have discovered that our thoughts can actually change the physical structure of our brain. This phenomenon, neuroplasticity, is revolutionizing the way we think about the human mind. As we go through life learning and experiencing new things, our brain is constantly arranging and rearranging the neural pathways that control how we think and behave. The best part is we direct our thoughts in a way that consciously modifies these pathways for ourselves. And the easiest way to shape those thoughts is through conscious, decisive self-talk. The kind of talk that cuts through and takes control of your life. Just like we build habits by repeating an action until it becomes automatic, we can use strong, assertive language over time to create lasting change in our lives. It's more than just happy thoughts. Don't break out the candy canes just yet. You're affecting your brain's very biology. We can determine our emotions by steering our thoughts. We can shape those thoughts by being conscious of and diligent about our words and the kind of language we engage in. A lot of this will come down to your basic tolerance of your current mindset and your willingness to change it. It all starts by making a conscious choice to talk in a way that's helpful rather than harmful, by using the right kind of language and framing our problems in a more readily accessible light. We can quite literally change the way we see and interact with the world. All that stuff you've heard and read about creating your own reality is not only possible, but millions of people the world over are already doing it. And the best part is, they're not only creating it, they are in fact acting on it and living it. Remember, no matter how difficult, challenging, or pressing life circumstances can be, how you fundamentally relate to and engage with those circumstances will have the biggest say in how they turn out. Again, the answer is inside you rather than outside you. How we talk, think about, and therefore perceive our surroundings is the very foundation for our reality. Create the reality you want to live in by beginning the process of having the kind of conversations with yourself and others that actually shape that reality. A simple way that I reframe my own everyday problems is by relating to them as opportunities. They instantly become items in my life that I use to educate and expand myself. I become curious and engage with them rather than my usual default annoyed and frustrated self. Assertive versus narrative. How the heck does one create their own reality? By shifting your self-talk from being a streaming narrative where you talk about yourself, others, and life, a dialogue of opinion and judgment, to being assertive, where you cast all of the default noise aside and assert your power right here and now. One of the first mistakes we make is when we talk about what we're going to do or who we will be. Don't even get me started on should or try. Subconsciously, we are already determining when that will be happening, and it's certainly not in this moment of time. One of the reasons why we so often abandon New Year's resolutions is because they usually use language to describe what we're going to do, i.e., later. All too often, they begin with what we're not going to do, which leaves us enthusiastic at the beginning, but out of juice when faced with the inevitable moment when reality takes a swing at your face. You'll be standing there, alone, in the giant hole in your life, left open by that behavior that you're apparently stopping. Those are the moments in life when your internal dialogue runs riot. What if you've promised yourself to lose weight and are craving pizza? Or if you promise to save some money but that jacket you just can't live without is suddenly on sale? How does one deal with those moments when the enthusiasm wanes and those old thought patterns reemerge? What are you going to do instead? Assertive self-talk is when you stake a claim for this moment of time, right here and now. When you start to talk in terms of I am, or I embrace, or I accept, or I assert, all of which are powerful and commanding uses of language rather than the narrative of I will, or I'm going to. The physiological and psychological impact of using, in the moment, assertive language is not only powerful, it has a very real, in the moment effect. There's a massive difference between I am relentless and I will be relentless. One of those statements intervenes in this moment of your life. The other lives more like a description of what's to come rather than what's here. All of this will require you to try out assertive speaking in your daily life and catch yourself when you're using the more general narrative kind of speaking. Using this book. In this book, you'll find my hand-picked selection of personal assertions to empower, enliven, uplift, and embolden you to take action in your day-to-day life. You'll also see quotes from famous historical figures, philosophers, and snippets of scientific findings, all of which are there to add weight to my approach, but not to prove it. While all of this is well and good, the only real way to read and interact with this book is to explore it for yourself and try on what I'm saying. Take the time to think, ponder, and experiment for yourself. There is no greater knowledge than the knowledge you have verified for yourself in your own experience. If you take on the following pages as a personal experiment rather than an assessment of the content, you just may end up experiencing the most radical, life-changing exercise you have ever engaged with. Some of this will confront, annoy, jar, and exasperate you. Fine, get over yourself and read on. Like a good movie, it all comes together in the end. If you're easily offended, stop reading now and re-gift this to someone in your life who you think might benefit from it. I hope that this book will help you understand the complexity and power of self-talk and how to use it as a force for good in your life. While we are not going to delve into the creative and destructive forces of language, you'll get a sense of the ways in which your life experiences are formed and shaped in your everyday thoughts and internal conversations. These pages will require you to think, to cognitively connect your language and your feelings in a real and conscious way with your everyday life, to explore the vast landscapes of life that present themselves when you begin to understand the magical connection between how you speak and how you feel. I recommend reading the book in its entirety and take notes. You can flag the parts that ring your particular bell. That being said, I've designed this book to be as accessible and useful to as many people as possible. Each chapter, though part of the whole, stands on its own, so you should dip in and out of it as much as you like. Use this book up. Trawl through the words for what you need to make the difference in your life until its pages are tired and weary from your appetite for change. In the day-to-day living of your life, you probably won't need to keep poking your nose in here forever, although you might, and that's okay. So the real intention here is for you to use these ideas as a starting point whenever you're stuck or in need of rejuvenation. At those times, dive right in, drink from these pages, and unleash the kind of you that the world has yet to see. Enjoy. Chapter 2. I am willing. You have the life you're willing to put up with. Think about it. What are the problems? Those heinous, dark shadows currently spoiling the warmth and happiness of your otherwise blissful life. Do you hate your job? Are you in a bad relationship? Is there something wrong with your health? Fine. Get a new job. End the relationship. Change your diet and exercise, or locate the kind of help you need. Seems simple, doesn't it? Even when it comes to the things you seemingly had no say in, like the death of a loved one or losing your business, you have a massive say in the ways you live your life and the aftermath of those events. If you're not willing to take the actions to change your situation, in other words, if you're willing to put up with your situation, then whether you like it or not, that is the life you have chosen. Before you think, but, or start to get your knickers in a twist, let me say one more thing. By defending your circumstances as they are right now, you are actually making a case for being where you are. Give it up. No buts. You can't afford them. They're excess baggage on a trip that requires you to travel light. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. That's a quote by Epictetus. As Epictetus points out, the true meaning of who you are won't be found in your circumstances, but rather the way in which you respond to them. To start this new process, you must first stop another one. Stop blaming luck. Stop blaming other people. Stop pointing to outside influences or circumstances. Stop blaming your childhood or neighborhood. This approach is fundamental to everything that I talk about in these pages. You cannot, I repeat, cannot dwell in any blame game in your life. Even blaming yourself is completely useless. Of course you'll face situations that you seemingly can't control. You may even face tragic circumstances like disability, disease, or the death of a loved one. But there is always something you can do to impact those circumstances, even if you've had them for years and still can't see a way. But first, you must be willing. To fully embrace my approach, you must first accept that while there are things that have happened in your life that you had no say in, you are 100% responsible for what you do with your life in the aftermath of those events. Always. Every time. No excuses. The dictionary describes willingness as the quality or state of being prepared. Readiness. In other words, willingness is a state in which we can engage with life and see a situation from a new perspective. It starts with you and ends with you. No one can make you willing, and you cannot move forward until you are willing to make the next move. When you're finally willing, you can literally experience that willingness, that innate freedom that courses through your veins. And similarly, when you're not, The kind of primordial stuckness that halts and presses down on you like some invisible weight on your chest. Believe me, I hear you. I am willing, but every time you add the but to the end of that statement, you turn yourself into the victim. In my many years as a coach and mentor, I've heard as many complex life situations as there are, from the darkest of pasts to the weight and gravity of the present, or crippling fear of the future. I've heard them over and over and over again. You have to hear what I'm saying in the way that it's intended. I'm not saying these things to inflame you. Well, maybe I am, but the intention is to inflame you to your own potential, to make you realize your own greatness, not just to piss you off. Take the case. Imagine for a moment that willingness is missing in your life. Not some wispy, sheepish willingness, but rather a bold willingness, the kind of willing state where you are ready for what's next and ready to act on it. Willingness to change, willingness to let go, willingness to accept, real, magical, inspired willingness. Finding the door. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. That quote is by Seneca. Either you control your destiny, or your destiny will control you. Life won't stop for your pauses and procrastinations. It won't stop for your confusion or fear. It will continue right along without you. Whether you play an active part or not, the show will go on. That's why one of the first personal assertions I teach to my clients is, I am willing. Before you can say that to yourself honestly, you must first ask yourself the question, am I willing? That question demands an answer. It can't just be left there in the nothingness of the universe. Am I willing? It pulls for a response. Am I willing? Its power is irresistible. I cannot escape its press for truth. Am I willing to go to the gym? Am I willing to work on that project I've been putting off? Am I willing to face my social fears? Am I willing to ask for a raise or quit this shitty job? In short, are you willing to stop living the life you have and start living the life you're after? It all begins with the emergence of willingness, that liquid, constantly expanding and contracting state where life springs and seeds, and all of it is within you at the flick of a linguistic switch. We often view ourselves as procrastinators or lazy or unmotivated, when in reality, we're simply unwilling. We put things off or avoid them completely because we tell ourselves we just don't want to do it or that we can't do it. Instead of viewing this behavior as a character flaw, let's create a sense of willingness where there's apparently none. A spark of potential, if you like. You are a master generator of this state of openness and potential. Once upon a time in your life, this state was easy to access, enlivened by the vigor of youth or the curiosity of childhood. Somehow, over the years, we lost touch with this magical state. The famous philosopher and political scientist Niccolo Machiavelli once said, "Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great." Consider that for a second. It does not matter what you're facing in life, which obstacle you're trying to overcome. If you're willing to generate that state of willingness, that's your doorway to making the effort, taking the steps, dealing with the setbacks, and ultimately creating the progress and changing your life that you're seeking. That's why such a simple statement, I am willing, is so profound. You become enlivened and empowered by its promise, open to its allure. I ask again, are you willing? When the door is closed, maybe you are, in fact, unwilling. In many cases, that may actually be the best answer you can give. Sometimes declaring your unwillingness can be just as powerful as declaring your willingness. Are you willing to live with a body that's unhealthy? No. Are you willing to continue living paycheck to paycheck? No. Are you willing to put up with unworkable, unsustainable relationships? No. I am unwilling. Unwillingness ignites resolve and determination. It provides an access to taking a robust and urgent approach to your situation. When you're unwilling, it often represents a line in the sand where you are no longer willing to go back the way you came. Only when you're unwilling to continue just simply existing, feeling unsatisfied and unfulfilled, will you make the effort necessary to make a change. Only when you're unwilling to put up with the bullshit any longer will you grab your shovel and start digging. At times, there is no greater motivation to change than the unwillingness to do this any longer. Which one works for you in your life currently? I am willing, or I am unwilling. Can you see how being unwilling can potentially be just as powerful as being willing? Depending on the circumstance, some of us feel more empowered by the assertion, I am willing, while for others declaring, I am unwilling, gives them strength and resolve. You might find yourself motivated by both equally depending on the situation. Whichever category you fall into, you can not only shift the personal assertion, you can reframe the way you approach your problems. For example, are you willing to find a new job? Yes, I am willing. Are you willing to stay in a job you hate? No, I'm unwilling. Both assertions can be just as effective. It's up to you to determine which one fits your persona and situation. Which one does it for you? The power of purpose. There's another way for your unwillingness to free you from the hamster wheel. Because sometimes it doesn't matter what you ask yourself or how many times you've said it. You just can't muster the willingness long enough to change anything. You might well be one of life's great starters but not finishers. At the end of it all, you might have to face the cold reality that you've been all too willing to remain the same. You've been unwilling to fundamentally change your life and lose that weight for good. That somewhere in there you're okay with living this way. I mean, come on, you must be, or you would have changed it by now. At some level, you must have some tolerance for having your life turn out like this. That's actually okay. Getting straight with yourself about having made the decision to stay where you are can be just as powerful as a decision to move. Why? Because sometimes recognizing that you willingly put yourself in a place where you are unhappy is often all the impetus required to make an opening for real and lasting change. This has to be done without blaming yourself and turning yourself into a victim of some internal blip or character flaw. And the moment you realize you have cognitively and systematically put yourself here, guess what? That's right. You can cognitively and systematically get yourself out. This is also the foundation of granting yourself the grace of acceptance, of embracing what has been and daring yourself to reach for an unimaginable future. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. That's another quote by Epictetus. By stating and facing your unwillingness to change, you can take stock of yourself and your life and begin to create a sliver of light for you to at least start. The secret is, once you've separated the task, or whatever it is you're dealing with, from the drama of the past, you may find yourself more open to tackling it. You'll be able to get past the emotional swirl and straight to the heart of the issue itself. Reaching for the stars with short arms. Some goals simply aren't connected to a reality. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for reaching for the stars and striving for things that seem impossible. For instance, we'd probably all like to be filthy rich. But are you willing to do what it takes to make that much money? Are you willing to work 60, 70, or 80 hours a week, or skip vacations to do the work that needs to get done? Are you willing to take on more responsibility and, importantly, risk it all? Have you, in reality, confronted and dealt with what becoming filthy rich might really demand of you? The seemingly endless drain in your life and mind space. Our society has produced such a headlong rush to be the wealthiest, the smartest, the prettiest, the best dressed, the funniest, or the strongest. And somewhere in there, we have lost the ability to just be ourselves, free to breathe life and choose our own path, rather than carry the burden of social or familial expectation. What does all that produce? Well, a lot of disappointed and unfulfilled human beings, that's for sure. That doesn't mean you should stop pursuing amazing life goals if that's what you really want. It also doesn't mean you should let yourself stagnate and stop improving either. There's nothing inherently wrong in working long hours and sacrificing your quality of life, and some people might be perfectly content doing so in order to make the income or get the career they want. But so many of us have actually forgotten why we're pursuing what we're pursuing in the first place. All too often, we focus solely on what we don't have, even though deep down we don't really need it or perhaps even want it. When I lay these things out, you might be nodding your head. He's right, I don't need to be a millionaire. Or, I don't even really want six-pack abs. Which, of course, is all fine until the next time you see that nice car and think, why don't I have that? Or when you look at the cover of a magazine and wonder, why don't I look like that? Or why aren't my clothes that nice? Making sure we're striving for what we really want requires a constant check-in with ourselves. It's not a one-and-done deal. If you really want those things, then go get them. Begin today. Lay out your strategy, deal with your reality, and most importantly, take the actions required and take them often. But if you're not willing to work an extra 10 or 20 hours a week just to drive to work in a BMW instead of a Honda, give up the complete waste of precious headspace to yearn for it. Stop pretending to yourself. Deal with your unwillingness to take on the kind of actions accomplishing those things would require, and accept that you have been bullshitting yourself. You'll have a lot more capacity for loving the life you do have, and create some room to begin striving for the things you actually want in life. I am unwilling to give up all my favorite foods just to have the body I did when I was 20. I am unwilling to trade time with my family for an extra zero in my paycheck. Face your reality. Once you adopt the mindset of I am unwilling, you'll no longer be filled with guilt, resentment, or regret every time you see something you think you want. You'll be in a place where you're connected to and in tune with your real life. And if you really want to pursue those things in the future, you'll be able to locate yourself from that reality and plot your road to accomplish them. Chart your path. One of the beautiful things about really taking a hard look at your life and goals is that doing so forces you to reevaluate the path that leads to them. Is exercising 30 minutes a day really as impossible as your mind has built it up to be? Sure, you're going to get a little sweaty, tired, but you can throw on your favorite music to help the time go by faster. And even though it might start out painfully, you'll eventually get used to that and grow stronger. What's the worst thing that can happen if you offer your idea in that meeting? It gets shot down? So what? Even if you're faced with bigger tasks, much bigger tasks, like years of back taxes, a hoarder's paradise of a garage, telling the truth to someone you've been lying to, the path to change starts with that same glimmer of willingness. Bear in mind, we all tend to build things up in our minds to be a lot bigger than they really are. Telling the truth becomes a trek to the Sahara Desert and back. If that's the case for you, try breaking the task down into smaller declarations of willingness to stand up, get out of bed, open my email, etc. Of course, you might well be dealing with something much bigger than these examples. But even when you ramp it up, the same model works exceptionally well. Let's say you've been holding on to a dark secret. Maybe you're ashamed, or guilty, or resentful. Perhaps this is something that could change your life in a significant way. Am I willing to tell the truth to that person I've been lying to? When you frame it this way, coming clean becomes an occasion to talk, listen, and then deal with the consequences. You might be dreading it, but you can do it. It's not the task that's important. It's the life that's available after that's at stake here. When you are free to be open and available, with nothing held back, no lies, no withholds, or half-truths, you really are your most expressive, most alive self. Most of the time, the task we're actually facing is a lot simpler than we think it is. The problem is, we usually don't take the time to really look at it. Some of the things we face certainly can be challenging, but at the same time, what's on the other side of those challenges is a life of our dreams, a life where we are willing and open and inspired to take it on. Make that assertion. I am willing. plant your flag. When you start to view the world through the lens of what you're willing and unwilling to pursue, rather than what it seems you want and don't want, things start to become a lot clearer. Instead of wasting time worrying about the things other people have, you'll start focusing on what's really important to you in your life. You'll realize that once you replace envy, lust, and desire with a willingness to change your life for the better, things really start to take shape. When we understand what we are genuinely willing to do, we take back control over the subconscious thoughts and feelings that previously directed our behavior away from where we truly wanted to go. You have the ability to determine what your truth is, and not from some subconscious glitch that keeps popping up from the past either, but instead from your cognitive and conscious self, from the power of intervening on behalf of yourself. Willingness is a truth, a true beauty that only you can generate. No longer will thoughts like, I'm a failure because I'm not a millionaire, or I'm lazy because I'm not a size 6, have the power to make you feel like crap because you've owned your choices. Once you frame the obstacles in your life as a matter of willing and unwilling, instead of weighing yourself down with negative opinions of yourself and your circumstances, you can break through the self-imposed barriers that are truly holding you back. You can see through the distractions of self-talk and drama. You'll realize that when you're willing to do what it takes, nothing else matters. You won't put off the things you're truly willing to do. You won't neglect the responsibilities you took on because you'll feel the strong sense of willingness to do them. Willingness. It's the lifeblood of the new, the infinite well of possibility and potential, a state where new futures arise and a whole new you can begin. Ask yourself, am I willing? Over and over until you can hear it. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, while you're driving, while in the shower. Am I willing? Ask, ask, ask until a resounding yes echoes through your consciousness. I am willing. I ask you again, are you willing? Chapter 3. I am wired to win.